John, in his first epistle, said we are living in the last days. So the last days are the days from the ascension of Christ to his glorious return. So we are definitely in the last days. How close we are to the end of the last days is what people really want to know, and I can't tell them. What I can tell them as a historian is, whenever in the last 2,000 years Christians have found themselves in times of distress, of famine, of war, of cultural change, of collapse, of rampant immorality, of depression, they've been convinced they're at the very end. Sometime one of them will be right, and we will be at the very end. But I don't think the Lord calls us to behave like Millerites. Do you remember the Millerites?
I do not.
The Millerites followed a farmer in Western New York in the early part of the 19th century who said, the Lord is returning any minute, and sell all your possessions and go and sit on the top of your roofs and wait. And there were people who did that. And it led to what is known in church history as the Great Disappointment. The Lord did not return. And I don't think the Lord calls us to wait in that way. He calls us to wait in faith, working for him until the last moment. There's the great story, regrettably probably apocryphal, where Luther was asked, what would you do today if you knew Jesus was coming back tomorrow? And Luther, it's claimed, said, I'd plant an apple tree today. Luther probably didn't really say that, but it's very much in the spirit of Luther. That's what he might well have said. We live our life until the Lord returns. We'll be surprised when he returns. He told us that. And what he wants us to be is faithful until he returns in all the callings to which we're called in this life. And so things are traumatic and difficult right now in a whole series of ways, but the Lord calls us to be patient and faithful.
Each week we release new questions and other trusted teachings, so be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video.